that I knew about, yes, the second project that I knew about was a cost dial. Okay. And they have a little centralization in there. They're still here. Then the third project I knew about was ARC. And this is before I knew about POS. ARC, they're creating products, they're creating AI chatbots, and we can create images and websites and do a lot of things that you can do with GPT and Genesis, Gemini, and all of the rest, Claude, etc. So they're going to have a product. They're going to have revenue generation. All of the other ones never had that. Now, when I looked at Pops, one of the things they are doing that really excited me was it wasn't just Olympus Dial. I like Olympus Dial. It's like the Treasury system, U.S. Treasury, the Federal Reserve. It determines by code when to print tokens. And you know, we're almost $40 trillion in debt because we just print willy-nilly based on human emotions, based on politics. But here it's based on data. And so that is what Olympus DAO is about. So we have one ecosystem with two engines. And the first engine is actually the DeFi portion that I talked about, the Olympus DAO portion, where we're going to be earning on the passive in a passive way. In addition to that, we're going to be building the DAO. What's a DAO? Decentralized Autonomous Organization. It's just a big word for community. That's all it is. So we're going to be building this community, and they're going to have voting rights like all of us will when things need to change. That is POP's money. Okay. And we're earning IBS tokens. That's our major primary token. Right now, we have about $20 million in liquidity. All of it is on chain and can be verified. It is locked forever. We also have liquidity, which is the 20 million. We also have a treasury, which includes the liquidity. So we have a lot of things going on here. And the system determines what our daily percentage is going to be that we're going to be earning in terms of yield. Everything is done by code. Then we have our second engine. We call it POPs Market. And this is our prediction marketplace. And I don't know if many of you are familiar with Poly Market or anything like that. But what people can do on Poly Market is say, I bet you Spain win a World Cup. Yes or no? Right? So people are over there having a grand time. Or I bet you that the Democratic national candidate, right, for president in 2028 is going to be, let's say, Newsom. Yeah, or it's going to be AOC or whatever. They are culture, politics, crypto, and many other different categories. So what we've done in POPs, we're utilizing the Poly Market engine, right, to create POPs Market. And we are one of the top builders on Poly Market today. And so what they're going to do is, as they're earning in POPs Market, that percentage that they're earning in revenue and fees, they're going to take part of that and they're going to put it over in POPs Money, the DeFi portion, to help us stabilize the price of POPs Money. And then what POPs Money does is this. We got a second token. Pay attention. What POPs Money does is this. All of our withdrawal fees, whenever we withdraw from POPs Money, they're going to take all of the withdrawal fees, 100%, and they're going to buy Bitcoin. And so when they buy Bitcoin with it, what happens is they're going to pair it with our second token called POPs. Right now, the only way you can get POPs token is if you're in POPs Money. You're staking or you got a bond, and the higher you rank, you get more. And right now, nobody is selling. In the last, I think we're at 79 days or whatever it is, I can't remember. We've already burned and taken off of the market about 5 million tokens out of the 21 that's available. So it's deflationary, which means that it has a high potential of going up in value, and nobody's selling it right now because we know. So we went from 0.005 cents to 10 cents just in less than 3 months. We're all holding that one. So we've got these two tokens. Now, let's get with the heart of the things. Let's go here. And so I'm not going to get too technical on you guys because you're going to fall asleep or your eyes are going to roll around in your head. But what we typically have is over here on the DeFi side, the Olympus Dial side, the Pops Money side, this is our treasury and liquidity engine that I talked about. When we started, there were a few of us who believed in what they were doing before they showed us, and we got in. And we got in, let me go previous, and we got in on blind faith, saying they're not going to steal our liquidity and shut down. And they didn't. And so the price went very much high to $40. And what we typically find in Olympus Dial projects is after about 90 to 100 days, it starts falling because they don't have a revenue source that we have in the prediction marketplace. We have the POPs tokens. We have it paired with Bitcoin, and you can sell them if you want to at 10 cents, but we're not doing that. So that gives you a gist of how they're feeding one another. It's like a self-perpetuating engine here. We pay our fees over here. They go over here. They buy Bitcoin. They pair it with our POPs token. In addition to that, the prediction market up here will be producing fees, and they're going to drive it right over here into our treasury. Okay. Now, how do you get started? Let's say you just want to be passive. And many people ask me the question, how much can I make daily? Well, quite frankly, I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is because we can't predict the future. If I'm in a deal that's telling me that I can make 3% a day, I'm running anyway because that's too high. But if they say I can make 1% a day, my question will always be, how do you know what's going to happen tomorrow? What if you lose tomorrow? How can you pay me 1% a day? And so what we have here, we have our bonds and we have our staking. 90 days, 0.23% to 0.8%. 180 days, 0.24% to 0.9%, anywhere in this range. 360 days, 0.25% to 1%. We're averaging about 0.67 to 0.7% a day today. And I'm not going to talk a lot about the bonds because they closed them. Why? Bonds, they issue debt within the system. So the system determines whether it can handle the debt. And if it says no, it shuts down the bonds. So everybody now, we're getting in with the single token staking. We have the USDT in our wallet. We log in, we connect to the DApp, and then we swap our USDT for IBS token and we stake it. Again, 90 days, 180 days, 360 days, we've got our range. The longer the duration, the more you can make. The 540 and the 720 days have not launched yet. So we're focusing on 180, 360, and 90. We also have what we call a flexible term. For those of you who are not comfortable, right, wimps, what we do is you can put, let's say, $5,000 in the flexible term. And you're going to earn between 0.2% and 0.6%. And they ask me, why is so low, the percentage? Because you're not committed. Because you can come back in 2 days and you can say, give me all of the IBS I put in and give me the 2 days of yield that I've earned, and I'm going to walk away. That's why you only get 0.2% to 0.6%. I'm not an advocate of flexible term. I'm of the opinion they should get rid of it, but that's just my opinion. Other people have different opinions. And so many people on our team, we focus on the 360 days. Why? One of the things that wealthy people say is that those who are not compounding, they're paying someone interest, right? And I'm going to show you a spreadsheet that I developed, where if you compound, how much money you can make versus if you don't compound and you withdraw, let's say, every 7 days. So this is it in a nutshell. It's nothing more to this. And people ask, what about security? Is it safe? Yes, it is. One of the things that I look at when I look at a DeFi project is whether indeed the liquidity is locked, not time locked, 30 days, 90 days, 7 days, but locked forever. It is on Pancake Swap, utilizing the Gnosis third party entity, and no way you can call them up and say, please unlock it. Not happening. That's the back door where they normally steal from us. They also steal from us in the front door. And what do I mean by that? They gave tokens, pre-minute tokens, to the mama, the daddy, big networkers, to the dev team, to the marketing team. If I see that, my answer is no. Because once we push up that price, they're going to dump it on our heads, and they don't have to come through the liquidity pool. They're stealing from the liquidity pool from the front door. We've got all of that covered. None of that is happening here. Okay? So that's where we are. What I want to do before I go on and talk about the affiliate marketing part, I want to open it up and see if anyone has any questions. Okay? So I'm going to stop the share. I'm going to open it up for questions. Anyone? No questions?
Someone asked what mechanism is in place to keep the price stable and the daily interest or the daily
Yes.
yield stable.
Yes. Now, let's be realistic. I'm not going to lie. I'm a teacher. I'm a presenter. I'm not a sales babe. And so what mechanism is in place? Nobody can ensure that the price won't go down. Everybody get happy pappy when the price goes up, and then they scream at you when the price goes down. But what we have is RBS, which is a bit of code called range bound stability. And what it does is it monitors the complete system, and that determines the price. They don't want it to go too high. If it goes too high, you're going to get a lot of extractors just extracting. But they don't want to go too low, because then the market sentiment goes down. So we got RBS. It is controlled and looks at the treasury and looks at the liquidity. And again, we've got $20 million in liquidity. 10 million is on the IBS side. 10 million is on the USDT side. That's our liquidity pair. Okay. So nothing is going to be guaranteed. And I'll never tell you that. Okay. Ever. It's not guaranteed, but she's looking delicious now. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question. Hi.
Yes, sir, Mike.
All right. So when you lock your stake in for say 180 days, yeah, and you put it on compounding, if you want to take, can you take it off compounding and take the profit out?
Okay, so when you come on board, automatically you don't have to push any button or anything. You're going to be compounding, because
Yeah,
every 8 hours you're going to earn a piece of your daily yield. And so
cool.
you can come in anytime you want, gimme, withdraw,
Right,
gimme,
okay.
withdraw, anytime, right? And if you let it sit there, it's compounding.
Cool.
Very easy. Yes,
Yeah, I like it.
yes. Any others? I'm going to talk about the affiliate program. Let's
Yeah.
go. Okay, let's go. It's really a simple affiliate program that's not paying out a whole lot, because if we do, we'll kill ourselves. If you look at LGNS Origin, they've been around for about 3 years. If you look at Olympus Dial, been around battle tested 5 years. If you look at Akash Dial, been around since June. If you look at ARC, I'm in Akash Dial, I'm in ARC, they've been around since August. Still going strong. Price is down, but it's okay because I'm compounding, right? I've got a gazillion stakes in ARC and still making money. And so one of the things, again, that differentiate us from the ARCs, the Akash Dow, from the LGN, is that we have the prediction marketplace, which is going to drive revenue into our Olympus Dow piece. They didn't have that. They didn't have any revenue. So on August 7th, they're going to roll out copy trading on the prediction marketplace. I played around in the prediction marketplace, but I'm too busy to be looking at trades. I don't like trading. But they're going to come around with an AI bot where I can actually look at some of the most successful traders that are there and just copy them and let it be. Yeah, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. And they're going to be subscription based. So that's additional revenue that they're going to be driving into the system, right, to stabilize the price. Okay, so that's what we have. Now let's talk about, and nobody is doing that. I know that a deal called Shadow, people have been trying to show me, and they are utilizing the Olympus Dow platform technology, and they're actually creating a prediction marketplace, right? And I'm like, I'm already in one. Okay, so that's what they're trying to do over there. And I read the code as well. So we have a unilevel compensation plan. It's a differential unilevel plan. So if this is you up here at the top and you bring in George, that's your one team or one leg. You bring in Susan, you bring in Mark, you bring in Linda. You can bring in as many people as you want, and they're all a team of yours. Right here in this example, there are 4 teams. Now, in order to earn on your team, you must be ranked. So in order to be a VIP one, over here on my right, in order to be a VIP one, all you need is $1,000 in sales volume on your weakest legs combined. And then you're going to earn 5% on everything that they passively earn every single day. 5%, 5%, 5%. Okay? In order to be a VIP 2, you're going to have $10,000 in sales and your weakest legs combined, because the strongest leg doesn't count. So you'll get 10% on what everybody in your team is earning every day passively. So if somebody's earning $100, then you're gonna earn 10, because that's 10%. You're gonna earn $10. So it's everybody, not level 1, level 2, level 3. It's gonna be all the way down to infinity. And so the question is, wow, that's a lot of money they're paying out. How can they sustain? Listen, I'm gonna show you. So this is you up here. George, all happy pappy, he loves it. He comes in with $100,000 on his team combined. And that means he's a VIP 4, because a VIP 4 requires $100,000 on the weakest leg, and he's getting 25% on all of their earnings every day. Then you've got Susan. She's $100,000. Same. Then you've got Mark. We always have somebody in our team that's running away like crazy. That's Mark. Mark got $500,000 in sales. He is a VIP 5, and that is where I am actually. And I'm getting close to being a VIP 6 and $1 million in sales. So he's got $500,000 in sales on his team. On their passive earnings, he's getting 35%. Now, Linda just came in. She's loving it. She's got $50,000 in sales on her weakest legs combined. That means she is a VIP 3. So how much volume do you have? Remember, weakest legs only. 100,000 plus 100,000. We're going to ignore Mark. He's the strongest leg. So 100,000 plus 100,000 plus 50,000. You're now at $250,000 in volume. But remember, you're going to get paid on Mark just because he is a runaway guy. You're going to get paid on him. But in terms of determining what your rank is, it's only your weakest legs only. So we got $250,000 here. That means you are a VIP 4. You're actually halfway between the VIP 4 and the VIP 5. Okay, so you're a VIP 4. Now, I'm going to show you something that shows that they're not overpaying. Here's an example, and I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. I want you to pay attention. So the first scenario is, let's say you're a VIP 5. All VIP 5 get 35% on all of the passive earnings from their whole team. But if one person in your team on any leg becomes a VIP 5, right, to match you, we call that same rank, he gets the 35%, you get 1%. And so you hear people saying, oh man, he's a VIP 5 with me, and I no longer get 35%. But if he's a VIP 5, what does that mean? He's bringing in volume. He's bringing in volume. I'd rather get 1% of a lot of volume than 1% of a team that's just giving me, $100,000 in sales, right? And so that's how they work with the same rate. Here's another example. Let's say, for example, you are a VIP 5, and one of your guys, wait, let me go back here. This 1% is just for that one particular leg, not all of your legs. It's just for that leg where that guy or gal have caught up with you and she's a VIP 5. Same thing here. If indeed you're a VIP 5 and one of your guys kick your butt, and what I do is when they kick my butt, I get on the phone, congratulations, but you know what? I'm coming for you. And we have friendly competition. And so they're a VIP 6. A VIP 6 will earn 45%. You will get 0. And people are like, I won't get nothing on my team, but you got all these other legs and you're going to be earning on all of them. And your goal is friendly competition. He's a VIP 6, become a VIP 6. Right? And so this is not the lazy man. I got in first and I'm going to be on the beach, be on Tahiti, and I'm going to be drinking some Mai Tais and I'm not going to work anymore. No. Everybody's going to contribute to the community. So you just need to catch up. When you become a VIP 6 like him, then you get 1%. You become a VIP 7. Okay, now you're going to get, what's a VIP 7? 60%, right? So we got to work for our meals. Now, imagine this is differential. Imagine that you're a VIP 5. Somebody in one of your legs, they become a VIP 3. A VIP 3 gets 15%. A VIP 5 gets 35%. So we're going to give the VIP 3 guys 15%. You're going to get 35% minus the 15%, which is 20%. I'd rather get 25% on volume that's being created than to get 35% on minimal volume. This is how it works. That's it in a nutshell. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to see if you guys have any questions. Okay, I'm going to stop the share. Okay, I'm not done. I'm going to show you some other goodies we get. Any questions thus far on the compensation plan? Hi, Renee. Renee. My middle name is Renee. Renee, actually. Anybody, any questions before I go on? Oh, somebody's writing in the chat. Let me see. No questions. Rock and roll Victor. Hi, Renee. Yeah. Are you Renee or Renee? My name is Renee, my middle name. But in any case, let me go back and share. Now, that's not all we get. Remember I talked about that second token. All of the fees that we are paying when we withdraw from POP's money from the DeFi portion, all of that goes to buy Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin is paired with our POS token. That's the second token. How do you get POS token? If you try to go to Pancake Swap and buy some POS token, believe me, we tried. You're going to get paid. You're going to be charged 100% tax. So you want to put $1,000 in the bucket? You want to buy some POS? You're going to get 0 POS back. Thank you very much. No, you cannot buy it. In order to get POS, you need to be a member of POP's Money. And here's how it works. There are 20 million POPs token we began with. 1 million actually went to incentive, contest, or whatever. So we had 21 million. Now we have 20 million. Okay? Not anymore. Every day, 0.5% of the POPs tokens are taken off the market. Lower the supply. The next day, taken off the market, lowering in the supply. Like a Bugatti, low supply, high price, right? Bugatti is the sports car that I like. It's about $1 million, right? Toyota is about $40,000, huge supply, right? So the higher that supply is, the more your supply is, the lower the cost, right? Supply and demand. And when you're taking a look at a Bugatti, the supply is very, very low. If you buy a Bugatti today, especially if you're talking about customizing it, you're going to wait a couple of years to get one. It's $1 million to start, and you don't get all the juice either. And that is what we have with Pops. Every day they have a bag of Pops token. Shake it up. Actually, they don't shake it up. It's all cold, but bear with me. Shake it up and split it in 10 parts. Okay? Now, the first part, what is this? This is not what I was showing. Here it is. Yeah, I was showing the wrong one. Look at that. I'm going to open this up for you. The first one is for everyone who's in Pops Money, who's staking or have a bond. Everybody participate in that 10%. And you know that's going to be crumbs. We've got about 130,000 wallet holders today that it's going to be divided amongst. Yeah, that's not going to be a lot. You become a VIP 1, that is when you have $1,000 at least on your weakest legs only. Now you're VIP 1. You get to share in that 10%. If you're VIP 2 at $10,000 or more, right? Now you get that 10%, the pools. And you know that as you rank, not a lot of people are going to be ranking. Most people are going to be passive. So when you look at VIP 9, for example, ain't nobody in there right now today. If you're the first person in there, you're going to share in that whole 10% pool. But check this out. Let's say you're a VIP 5. You're going to be sharing with all of the other VIP 5s. It's delicious. I love it. There's not a whole lot of us because most people are passive. But you also share in the VIP 4 pool. And you also share in the VIP 3 pool, the VIP 2 pool, the VIP 1 pool, and the global pool. So you get all of that. You get all of that. And I noticed the difference when I ranked to VIP 5 of what I was getting when I was VIP 4. Huge difference in what you're going to be getting paid out. And let me go back here. This is POS token. Nobody is selling it. It has gone up 200x. Nobody's selling it. It went from 0.005 to 10 cents. We're over 10 cents now. Why aren't they selling it? Because the smart people know it's deflationary, and every day for 500 days, they're throwing away some of the supply. And at the end of the 500 days, which is now 430 days, I think 420 days, we're only going to have 1.8 million pot tokens left, deflationary. And then they're going to put it on the exchange. And when people see that thing, they're going to buy up the rest of the 1.8 million. Okay, so their price is going to go up. Now, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you your potential earnings as you're ranking. Okay, so remember, to become a VIP 1, you got to have $1,000 on your weakest legs. Your daily income on your team will be 5% on everything that they're earning passively. Okay, I'm going to ignore this. This is the pot stuff. You're going to be earning about 50 cents a day. Okay, on average, your daily income. I'm not talking about your passive part. I'm talking about your team. So if you're here, you're VIP 4, and you've got $100,000 on your weakest legs only, and you're getting 25% on your team every single day, like clockwork, then you're getting between $100 and $250 a day. I was there. It happens. It works. When I went to $500,000, I have about 700,000 now. They're acting crazy over there, man. They're just working. And so when you're a VIP 5, you have $500,000 in sales on your weakest legs only. You're going to get 35% on everyone in your team. Okay? And remember, it depends upon whether people are ranking. You do your subtraction, it's differential. But on average, $500 to $1,750. Now, I just made a VIP 5, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And I'm already at over 700,000. So I'm getting close to $1 million to become a VIP 6. But what I see is when I first hit this, I was making 500 a day. It went to 600. I haven't looked at it today, but I'm sure I'm $700-800 a day right now. Okay. And so this is a great estimate of what we're going to be earning. When you get to the top of the line as a VIP 5, for example, let's go with VIP 4. you're talking about $250. A VIP 5, you're talking about $1,750 at the top of the line. Okay? Rock and roll. So what I want to do now, I already talked about the POPs consensus formation incentive mechanism. What that really means is those you who are working, you're going to get an incentive and you're going to receive POPs token. So I'm going to stop my share here and I'm going to open it up for questions. Anything on the compensation plan, the passive, how does it work, sustainability, safety, security, bring it on.
Yeah, so just so people are aware, how could you explain in simple terms how Olympus Dow and Potts is unable to be rug pulled?
Okay, because it's cold and it's locked code. So it's not an individual who can go in and say, I'm going to turn off your withdrawals. Those are centralized things. Lumix, ArbCore, everything we've been in, Lumix, ArbCore, what is that? One Trade, which is an ArbCore reboot. We've got 9M. I can name a whole lot of them. I've been in the industry in network marketing for 40 years. I've been in crypto since 2016, bought my first Bitcoin at $500. Now, when you're talking about how can they not rug pull, let's look at history. Olympus Dow is battle tested, 5 years, still here, still here. Then some guys who are network marketers in their infinite creative wisdom, you know how we are network marketers, how can we take the Olympus Dow and create it and put it on top of a network marketing machine, right? And they did that with WebKey Dial. WebKey Dial, as a matter of fact, they did it first with LGNS. So LGNS has been around 3 years. And again, one of my good friends who actually got into POPs, he's at the top of the international team. And then we got another young man, he's second, and I was the third person on the international team to come into POPs. He's making $50,000 a day in Olympus Dow. I don't care what nobody says about Olympus Dow. If you stick with something and you work it, you're going to make a lot of money. He's got about $600,000 staking. He's been in there 3 years. He's fine, but he's here with us as well. Now, when you look at a cost dial, so a cost dial, WebKey dial, they sell phones or something as an additional stream of income or something like that. They've been around for over 2 years. LGNS Origin, 3 years. Akash Dial, June of last year, I jumped in there, still here. That's a year. We've got ARC launch. I participated in the node sale. ARC has been around since August, almost a year. Nobody's rug pulling. No Olympus Dow project has ever rug pulled, period, ever. It's not centralized, it's decentralized. And when I talk about decentralization, I don't mean that marketing blurb. I hear so many marketing blurb. We're decentralized, we're DeFi. And I go, look, no, you're not. No, you're not. But people believe the hype. I don't. Blockchain doesn't lie. Did I explain it for you clearly enough? John? John?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Yeah, so basically, because it's coded on the blockchain and it's been verified by Certic,
Yeah.
there's no way anyone can rug pull, basically.
No.
Yeah.
And we got, people always think about projects and say, did they renounce the keys to this one contract? Now listen, to create a token, any crypto, I can do it in 15 minutes. It's one contract. I can do it in 15 minutes. I can put a little liquidity in there and I can rug pull everybody. They do that every day, right? They do that every day. But when you're talking about an ecosystem, it is not one contract. I've already have in my possession, I can provide it to you guys. We have 12 to 15 contracts, treasury, liquidity, rebates, just on and on and on. We got all of that. And we have it and it's open and they give it to us. Now, not all of the keys have been renounced because some of the contracts have to be open. Because if all of the contracts were locked down, it'll never happen. DeFi, there's no such thing as 100% DeFi. Because if so, why would we be voting on proposals for changes? If all the code was locked down, then we can't vote on proposals. And so if you look at Ethereum Foundation, they change all the time, but they've got a dial, a decentralized autonomous organization. They vote on all of the proposals coming from the Ethereum blockchain. You look at MakerDAO. It is a MakerDAO. Maker is the stablecoin. They change all the time. Now they have thousands of contracts. I couldn't read all of those. It's exciting to me though. If you look at PancakeSwap, the DEX, the second number 2 DEX out there, decentralized exchange, if they had all of their code locked down, they would be up the creek. They would have gone out of business because Ethereum changes a lot. And if they can't adapt to the changes from Ethereum or Bitcoin or a BNB or like whatever, they're gone. They're dead. They have to adapt. And then we have proposals. Okay, I hope that's simple enough. Who wrote here? This is Mike. Fair play, you explained it perfectly. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're safe here, guys, but I'm going to tell you, there's not going to be any guarantee about the price change. So I have a spreadsheet I want to show you. Let me show you my spreadsheet. I'm going to show you my spreadsheet, which is very, very interesting. And a lot of people are scared to compound because they remember all of the scams we've been in, right? And those scams, I tell you, that 26 days was AI tuition. They tried to get me in that. I said, no. Arbitrum did not last long. I told Mario no. And I mean, on and on. We've been in deals, they're like 3 months, and maybe they'll last a year, but everybody get destroyed. Everybody gets destroyed. Let me go find mine. Oh, let me go up. I'm going to find my spreadsheet. And I want you guys to take a look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, boom, boom. And it'll give you an idea. Okay, boom, boom, boom. July 2nd. Yes, this is it. Okay. Let me share my screen. Does that come up? Okay. And just to give you guys an idea, okay, so you can play with this, and I have it available to everybody too on my team. Okay, so where am I? So I can share my screen, share. Okay, we're gonna go here. Now, okay, let's get there. Now, what I created a three sheet spreadsheet. And really it should be only 2. But in any case, when I go to settings, this is the only place I will ever need to change anything. And I've got instructions in here. So when you buy, let's say we're at $25. Let me do this. Equals 25. And let's say I buy 1,000 tokens. That'll be 25,000. Let's say I buy 400 tokens. That's $10,000 for 400 tokens. So I'm going to put 400 here as my initial principal, okay? My 400 there, okay? Now, the daily yield we're earning at the 360 days, it's approximately 0.67, 0.7. So I'm just going to put 0.75 here. And it automatically gives me the 8-hour rate. I don't have to change that at all because we're getting paid every 8 hours. Let me delete this. Okay. Now we get paid 3 times a day, every 8 hours. Don't change that. Days per contract month, approximately 30.4. Don't change it unless you live on another planet on another calendar cycle. Contract length, I put 12 months. Okay. Those are the things you can change. Let's say that you want to get a paycheck like a job every 7 days. You want to get paid every week. Okay. And you want to draw out 100% of your yield every week. And finally, I have price points. If it's $40, then this is how much you'll make at the end of your contract. What if it's 35? What if it's 30? What if it's 25? What if it's 10? So I got all of these numbers there. Now let's go rock and roll. I click on projection. Okay. Now, let's go to the far right here. Don't edit this sheet. Contract months, 12. Those are my parameters. If indeed I take out absolutely nothing in 360 days, how many did I say? Let me go back. My 400 tokens, go back. My 400 tokens, I would now have 6,149.03 tokens if I never touched it. Okay. And so what we're doing here, and people don't understand, is we're accumulating the tokens, POPs tokens, IBS tokens, IBS tokens. But if you decided every 7 days you want to take your yield, 7 days, take your yield, 7 days, take the yield, you're going to have 400. You're going to have 400 tokens at the end of your contract. But it ain't really that bad because you ate all year. Me, I decided not to eat during the year. Well, I am eating, I own property and I own crypto, so I'm not, killing myself. But if you're eating all year on your investment, then you're not going to take advantage of the power of what? Compounding, the eighth wonder of the world. So let me show you. If indeed you spent $10,000, was it 10,000? Yeah, I think it was 10,000. You spent $10,000 and you've accumulated 6,149 tokens because you never took it out. And if the price is $40 at the end of your contract, $245,961.35. If you ate every 7 days during a year, $16,000, you'll be able to withdraw. But you ate during the year, plus you still got an extra 6,000 profit because you put in 10,000. Not bad, but I like the number over here. Let's say it's $10. Let's go lowball. If it's $10 at the end of the contract and you didn't touch anything, then you're going to walk away with $61,490.34 on a $10,000 investment in 360 days. Okay? If you withdrew every 7 days, at the end of your contract, it'll be $4,000. But you ate every 7 days, every week, 52 weeks. You follow me? So I'm going to stop this, and I'll give this to everyone and my team. I always do. And they can play with the numbers over here, play with the daily yield, play with how much. They can turn it 7 days into 30 days or 60 days, 90 days, whatever. Change these numbers, the prices. You can do all kinds of what if analysis here. Okay, so I created that for the team. Any other questions? You're all right? Everybody's all right? You want to go away? You all right? Where's Jonathan? Jonathan, take it away.
Okay, guys, if there's no questions and you're all happy, then yeah, just get in touch with myself or Wiki, and I will help you set up your token pocket wallet and help you get started. So I'll hold your hand all the way through.
Yes, and I'm always available. I just happen to be in Bangkok now, and and I got to fly home to North Cyprus today. But other than that, my door is always open. There's no hierarchy here. Okay, we're all in this together. So it's such a pleasure presenting this to you guys. I educate, I give you the information. I don't sell. I don't know how to do that. And thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak with each and every one of you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.